Good afternoon. How are you doing? I am so glad to be here. So, I am, for those of you who are tuning back onto my page or my channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new to my page or my channel, my name is Tanika. I am a self concept mindset and manifestations coach who teaches coaches how to materialize desire instantly with the law of assumption principles. And I'm here to talk about limitations. And before I get into that, I do want to share that my birthday is tomorrow. So I'm really excited about celebrating my birthday with you. I plan to be on live at any point tomorrow just to share what I really want to give to you. I know it's my birthday, but I really want to give you a gift. And for those of you who may have missed this and you have to tune in tomorrow to know, I have an opportunity for you. So stay tuned. I do have a treat for you if in case you missed it the first time. And I could give that to you right away throughout the course of the day tomorrow. So really excited about that. Again, stay tuned. And then I want to talk more about the emotional self regulation accelerator program that I have. And it's really an accelerator. Like for those of you who are still in your either circumstances or challenges or disbelief, false belief, or limitations, here is your reminder to knowing that limitations do not exist. And I could talk about energy is everything and all the energy and all that stuff, but I prefer not to. But just in case those of you who are tuning in are new to this law of assumption and just want to get more familiar about what it means, is to me, law of assumptions are, or just assumptions in general, are very much like our beliefs. So it's very much like our belief systems, and the way that we process beliefs feel like assumptions. They feel like automatic assumptions and they feel like automatic experiences that we have. But the more and more we understand our subconscious mind and where our limitations come from, the better and better we can understand that we don't have to materialize our experiences anymore, that we don't have to really continue to materialize what's been given to us. For those of you who are familiar with the subconscious mind and knowing that your beliefs are really just adopted by the environment that surrounded you from the ages of like 0, maybe even before then, but just talking about this in physical form and reality form, is that you were a sponge before the age of 7, and then at the age of 7, boom, your subconscious mind just started to materialize what it soaked up as beliefs, what it's seen and experienced on a continuous basis. And because it kept you alive since that moment, it's continuing to materialize those old patterns and those old identities and those old false beliefs today, because again, it doesn't know any better, and it's just keeping you alive, right? So quick background on what that is your subconscious mind is that powerful that if something was fed to it before the age of 7, it's going to continue to materialize whatever that is on a consistent basis, especially if it's kept you alive, and it's going to continue to do that until you learn how to release them. So these are, again, are false beliefs, old patterns, limitations, whatever you're thinking can be labeled as a self-sabotage. It is your subconscious mind that really is the driver of whether you get to experience something new. And so the quickest way to get to the subconscious mind is by emotional self-regulation, is by calming your nervous system, is by really releasing, being able to get aware and regulated enough to release your false belief. Your subconscious mind might be in a state of fight or flight, again, self-sabotage. It needs to learn how you can release this false belief and this limitation, which is, again, it does not exist. And I say that it does not exist because for those of you, again, and this is why I wanted to bring up the energetic portion of this live, is because when we understand energy, we know that there are denser form energies, like lower form, lower state energies. And we know that when we feel joy, fulfillment, love, just happiness and happiness, for lack of a better word, like love, enjoyment, fulfillment, wealth, freedom, like those are very higher, like I would say that they're higher state energies, right? And we want to tap more into those. And the way that the way that we can tap into those is by, again, releasing all the dense energies within our bodies so that we can start to adopt a new feeling state, a new experience, a new self, really. And so though, for those of you, I just want to say, like, for those of you who are experiencing any sort of limitation, any sort of, or sabotage or false belief, that you have the ability and the capability right now to shift outside of your limitation just by shifting your perspective, just by shifting your awareness. And you can do that by assuming that you are that version of self that is aware enough, that is consciously aware enough to shift outside of this false belief and this limitation. And of course, because you want to access the subconscious mind in order to allow it to release the false belief, you cannot do that without emotional self-regulation. You cannot do that without getting your belief systems in order, but then you cannot do that part without being fully aware of the current state that you are in and the current belief systems that are really operating out of just like, it's really just operating automatically because your subconscious mind, again, it's keeping you alive. So it really doesn't have any obligation, or at least it doesn't think it has any obligation to let you know the false beliefs or the belief systems that it has, right? It just runs on autopilot. So when you're finding that you are ready to materialize a particular desire and you're not materializing that desire, you might find yourself in more dysregulation because you are sort of having this cognitive dissonance around you not materializing this thing that you know that you want. But because just because you consciously want it doesn't mean that your subconscious mind is going to pick up on it and say, oh, well, she wants this or he wants this, so I'm automatically going to just do it for them. No, like, you really need to be able to get to a point of awareness and acceptance and knowing and belief that you are already the version of self that already has this desire. So you're not disassociating yourself with 3D, which a lot of the people that are teaching this law of assumption teach, is that you're not ignoring any aspect of yourself. You're not ignoring opposition. You're not ignoring 3D. You're not ignoring any aspect of yourself. If anything, you are bringing awareness to every aspect of yourself, every aspect of your inner self dialogue, every aspect of your feeling states. And this is how you're really going to be able to process your emotions moving forward. Because if you materialize, or you're looking to manifest from a technique, you're pretty much manifesting out of a false belief. Because if you have not strengthened your belief enough, your aligned belief enough, and your subconscious mind is not accepting it, you're going to continue to experience more of what you do not want. So you really want to get to a space where you are able to process your emotions. You are able to process why you are going through this mental fatigue and this split identity and this split self-concept. You're weaving in and out, and this is why you're experiencing all of these emotions, right? The limitation is not the cause, right? You are the cause. So when you know that you are the cause, there's nothing to change but self. And if you have to go through a process of emotional self-regulation so that you can understand that there is nothing to change but self, that only you could give yourself that safety, stability, security, that's when you can freely be able to finally release your emotional your emotional dysregulation. And the quicker and quicker you be able to get at releasing these false beliefs and these limitations, a lot quicker, right? The quicker you be able to do that, and the quicker you be able to, again, shift into your higher vibrational states, which is pretty much your desire embodiment. So I do want to just share that, again, if you're going through any sort of self-sabotage or any sort of limitation, any challenge, just know that it is because your subconscious mind has a false belief materializing in the back end. And that's going to feel like self-sabotage. It's not the belief, though. So the belief could be, the belief is not the the effect of what the cause is. What the cause is it could be just feeling neglected, right? It could feel like you never felt like you belonged, or you never felt like you were worthy enough, that you never entertained the thoughts that aligned with the belief of already having your desire, whatever that might be. There is just some level of awareness in your subconscious mind that believes that you should be in your limitations, that you should be living your false beliefs as true. And this is why it's not true, right? Because you could easily shift and maneuver through your emotional feeling states and get to your desire embodiment so much quicker than you doing it backwards and saying, well, I'm going to just do this manifestation technique and just cross my fingers and hope that everything works out. You really want to start to get to the root cause of why you are feeling this emotional dysregulation and this limitation. It does not exist. In the realm of self-concept, in the realm of law of assumption, your limitations do not exist, right? And it feels good, but when you're living in it, if you're living in your limitation, of course that doesn't feel good at all. It feels icky, it feels unsafe, it feels, again, that you are in an emotional roller coaster and you just want to do your best to get out of it. But the way that you can get out of it is by really, again, feeling into those emotions again, really getting out of your conscious, logical, mental planes of existence and getting more into your body, getting more relaxed, getting more in tune with your nervous system. A lot of you who really want your 10, 15, 20K months cannot even physically handle that, right? Like your subconscious mind, your nervous system, your emotional body cannot handle it, cannot hold that version of self as true for you. It's because all of those denser energies are holding your subconscious mind, your physical body, really, because your subconscious mind is your physical body, is holding your body back from opening up and materializing this very thing that you were meant to experience. So I want to leave this as is because I want to get into this other topic that I think is for another live and really want to just extend my offer. Again, I spoke about the Emotional Self-Regulation Accelerator. I want to invite just 3 of you this month to joining the Emotional Self-Regulation Accelerator. If this is you, definitely send me a note to ask me more questions about what it entails. But I could tell you right now, in case you were interested, it's 4 weeks. We talk about releasing, we don't just talk about releasing your false belief, but because I spoke about that here already, we really get into the releasing in the calls. So we actually release it in live time on the calls. And so you don't have to, when I give you like the materials, for instance, you already get the bundle in this accelerator, you will already know exactly how you need to release your emotional self-regulation or how to release your false beliefs so that you could get closer and closer to your emotional self-regulation. Honestly, your emotional self-regulation should be viewed as the first step, right? Like it's the first step before you even touch the simplified manifestation process. Like the emotional self-regulation piece is important because you need a set of awareness in order to shift into your feeling states, in order to shift into your desire embodiment. So we release in live time all of the false beliefs that you are currently going through. Again, if they do not exist, why are you continuing to materialize them? Let's be honest, right? So for those of you, again, who I'm speaking to, just send me a DM and we could set up a call and we could talk about it. Or I could send the link here actually. So I'll actually just, I'll put the link in this live so that you also could just check out the link and see what's included. But again, we just release those false beliefs in live time. It's as simple as adopting a awareness that will allow you to continue to maintain this perspective of already having what it is that you want. So you don't even have to associate yourself with any limitation or any false belief. Like even in this live, like if I were to give you the permission to no longer engage in your false belief and your limitation and your emotional triggers could be, right? Because of course, out of those challenges come those emotional triggers. This is your permission to no longer engage in it. And of course, you need to learn how to do that. If you know how to get emotionally self-regulated and you are into, like really releasing those false beliefs, or just releasing could be anxiety or any like anxiousness that you are feeling in your body through a series of breath work or meditation, fine, definitely go ahead and do that. But my thing is if you are finding again like a roadblock or a limitation or a false belief along your journey, you are preventing yourself from moving forward in the manifestation process. So you really want to get anchored and honest, really just honest with where you're at right now. And of course, if you want to release on your own, you have that opportunity. But what is really going to allow you to move a lot quicker along your journey is by speaking with me, or someone who obviously knows what it is that they're doing. But for someone like me who knows how to spot out any and all false beliefs just by a matter of conversation and shifting perspective, do not miss out on this opportunity. So it's 4 weeks. Again, the accelerator is 4 weeks, and we work on just releasing. Okay. And of course, if you are interested in what you could do offline, because this is like it's like a hybrid accelerator, and it has like self-paced tools in there. So you'll also get the self-regulation or the self-concept bundle in it, and in that is a PDF, like it's an actual tool that will allow you to release your false beliefs in live time on your own while we're not in the call. My thing is, and my goal and my mission is that without me being on the call with you, exactly what your false beliefs feel like, what they sound like, how to detect them from a mile away, so that you do not have to materialize them anymore. Okay, that's my goal and that's my mission, is that you get so good at increasing your self-awareness and your emotional self-regulation that you just no longer experience any sort of limitation or self-sabotage or any limit, like any false belief at all. That's my goal. Okay. So that's my offer, and I really do hope that you take me up on this offer, because honestly, I really just want to see you win. And the sooner that we get working together, the better and better you'll get, or the quicker you'll get to manifesting and materializing desire and getting to your desire embodiment. And the just overall easier the process is going to be moving forward. So again, stay tuned for the prize that I'll be giving you tomorrow. So it'll be a really nice gift that I really just want to give away for those of you who are interested in learning more about the law of assumption. And I'm really excited about your growth, and I look forward to hearing from you either in the comment sections or in the DMs. So hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next live. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.